That's not the graph of the Tesla stock, but it's actually a graph of my last 7 days of the YouTube views. Hi guys, I'm Young. I recently found the patterns that I've actually overlooked in January. So that really got my YouTube channel to perform rather badly compared to the Q4 of 2019. So I want to go through 3 steps that you really need to read from your YouTube analytics to come up with next videos that can actually help your YouTube channel grow. So first is rather simple. On the YouTube Analytics app, all you need to really do is go to the top videos, and over the last 28 days, I can see that the top video is my Mavic Mini 14 tips in 5 minutes. But that video was actually made about 70 days ago and it's still doing very well. That's the kind of video that I should aim to make. And if you narrow it down in the last 7 days, I'm still surprised to find that that particular video, Mavic Mini 14 tips in 5 minutes, still did so much better than any other videos that I've produced recently. So I can clearly see in my channel, people thirst to see like tips on Mavic Mini. But I have to say in January, I did have a little bit of a mind block when it came to all the tips with Mavic Mini, because Mavic Mini is a rather simple device. So how many other tips can I have on this particular device? So I did have a little bit of break in January from Mavic Mini. That was perhaps not the best idea. The next area that I really need to be mindful about in YouTube Analytics, you have to see from your recent videos where you are getting the most number of new subscriptions. If I go through quickly my last 10 videos, so inside my YouTube studio, I go to Analytics. So you can actually see how my 10 recent videos have been doing. So if I click on my Mavic Mini flying low, I can see that I gained 62 subscribers. And how about Autel Evo? Autel Evo drone gained 44 subscribers with that particular video, just going through specs. So my audience perhaps anticipate to really see the real device of Autel Evo 2, which is the first 8K high-end consumer level drone. And talking about the possible new products with DJI 2020, that certainly did very well. It got audience very excited. That video ended up converting 226 subscribers into my channel. So it does seem that DJI product is still very, very hot. In the very bottom of the video, I talk about the Galaxy Z Flip, which should be announced, today. That video ended up losing 8 precious subscribers. I think they just didn't particularly enjoy me talking about the mobile phone. Especially, I'm not a mobile phone expert as yet. I still haven't given up. I haven't yet bought a new device this year, so I'm not really talking with the new device. When they actually go out of their way to click that unsubscribe button, that's a really bad sign. So previous video where I actually talk about their YouTube analytics and so on, that particular video ended up getting 213 subscribers. So that shows that that particular content is helpful to some of you guys. So it's not a bad idea for me to actually share more detail about my YouTube analytics and what I'm finding along the way. And one particular ratio that I think is so important in YouTube nowadays is the click-through ratio. I talked about the importance of click-through ratio in my previous video, which you can check out, but today I'm gonna show you again how important it is with my recent videos. So as I've just shared with you guys, I figure that talking about Mavic videos will be definitely more interesting, more helpful, more entertaining for you guys. So in my last 3 videos, I talked only about Mavic Mini drone. My first video of the 3 did particularly well. As you guys can see in the analytics, in the reach, the click-through ratio, especially on day 1, 11.1%, which means that YouTube thinks, oh, that video definitely gets people to click. For YouTube to actually generate their own revenue by the ads, they need more people to click on that video. If it's more than 10%, they will try to advertise that video to my subscribers and non-subscribers. So that is the key, click-through ratio. Compare that to the second video of the 3 Mavic Mini videos that I've done. which didn't do particularly well. Mavic Mini winter test probably didn't at first have a very good thumbnail. I just had the device on the eyes, and then later I just changed to my own face with -7 written huge on the thumbnail. But however, day one click-through rate is so important. That particular video, the click-through rate was 7.2% in day one, which is below 10%. But of course, click-through rate is not the only important rate, but also the average duration rate as well. And you guys can see in the Mavic Mini how low it can fly. It did have 63.3% retention rate, so how many people actually end up watching. Whereas Mavic Mini, the freezing test, the retention rate was below 60%. And for me, when the video is above 60%, it seems like YouTube sort of advertise more and more to different crowd. That is also very important. And I myself, I can see that how low it can fly probably had a better structure in terms of inside a video with more interesting drone footage and so on. I'm sure many of you guys are interested in running YouTube channels and so on. It is definitely not easy and the growth is unpredictable. Some months it will do really well, giving you all the encouragement, and some other months it may not. But of course, you know, that doesn't mean that I'll only do Mavic Mini content, I'll only do drone content, although I will try to do that as my main subject. But I'll also try and experiment with other devices, other sort of tech sector. Analytics is super important, but I think it's most important to be creative and enjoy what you create. But I plan to come back with some great drone footages this week, so please don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and see you!